Noel Gallagher, The Biography, by Lucian Randall, read by Bob Sinfield. 1. High-Flying Bird, the last postcard from the Oasis years. Noel Gallagher on Stop the Clocks. Noel Gallagher's High-Flying Birds faced an unusual situation when they played on the 23rd of October 2011. Not so much that the gig had come just weeks after Gallagher's debut album had been released and they had to introduce the audience to the new material, but that this was the first time that Noel Gallagher was appearing with his new band since he left Oasis in 2009. This wasn't one of his charity appearances or a guest slot or an acoustic sideline. This was Noel Gallagher fronting his own band. On one level, of course, there was nothing for him to prove. He was the acknowledged mastermind behind the Oasis master plan. Over the years, he had written not just their hits, but the vast bulk of their songs. It had been his vision guiding the band from the moment he'd joined them. He'd shown that he could perform alone many times with the solo sections that had become a regular highlight of Oasis shows. He was relaxed and confident, without backup, in front of the gigantic crowds the band attracted. When he and brother Liam had one of their almost regular fallouts, he might be called upon to take over vocal duties, even on the biggest hits. And he had built most of their back catalogue, certainly the ones that everyone remembered, from Supersonic to Don't Look Back in Anger, via any number of quieter B-sides. He'd taken every song from the very basics of a guitar line to finished album track, and he'd come to record a number of vocal leads himself on the albums. He hadn't got the nickname The Chief for nothing. Everyone knew that he was the creative engine of Oasis, and there was never any doubt that he could technically do it. But even when the two brothers' relationship was at its tensest in Oasis, there was always the other one around somewhere, even if that was off stage shouting abuse. That October night, there was no Liam. There had always been hints that Noel Gallagher was a frontman in waiting. A fully engaged presence in Oasis interviews, he took the lead when the two brothers weren't involved in one of their vaudeville banter routines. He was an arch manipulator of the press, with an instinctive understanding of what made a great quote. He painted himself as a straightforward lad from Manchester's Burnage, but he could also create as compelling an image of where Oasis stood in the great lineage of rock and roll. More arty bands like Radiohead, who he never lost a comic opportunity to dismiss for being...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?